Bitcoin completely pumped from our buy signal here on this channel. But what's next? If you're not watching this, then you're missing the next big thing in the markets. Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Scott, and I've been a pro trader for 10 years. In these videos, I'm going to teach you everything I've learned so you don't have to learn the hard way. Remember to follow and share the channel, and also have your alerts on because I'm going to give you a lot of updates and you want to be the first to know. Taking a look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart. Now, down here is where we had our buy signal, all right? We were looking for this long entries down here, and this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. So what you notice here is we have 1 green week, 2 green week, 3, 4, 5, flexing almost 6 green weeks for Bitcoin. But what's next? Let's see what we can expect if Bitcoin, for some reason, can claim above this resistance level at 104.6, we're going to go up and test 109,000. That's the top, okay? That's the previous top. Now, that said, if for some reason we don't claim above 104.6 by the end of this week, it's not going to be a big surprise if Bitcoin pulls back into these levels. You're looking for 96.6. You're looking for 93.5 on a pullback. If we got a deeper pullback, you have to be ready for an 88.8K Bitcoin, all right? It doesn't look like we're gonna get a deep pullback because these moving averages are crossing up here. This is pink is the 9 crossing above the 21 yellow. And notice how beautifully we held the blue 50 EMA before this big pump, all right? We also have SRSI up, and we have RSI above 50. Very strong move for Bitcoin, all right? But what's next? Don't get caught off guard because the real move is gonna happen in the altcoins. Now, we haven't talked about this in a while, but for the month, Bitcoin is way up and some altcoins are up even more, all right? Take a look at Virtual, up 277%. Brett, up 180%. Floki, over 100% move. We have WIF up 152%. A lot of these altcoins are making moves, and these aren't normal moves, and here's why. This is what everyone's missing. Bitcoin dominance. It means everything. Now, back in 2021, in that bull cycle, I know you remember that one, this is like going back in time, okay? Because basically, this thing went down for 5 months, and that's when the altcoins absolutely exploded. And that's what we're looking for in this cycle. We finally got this breakdown where Altseason begins below 65% on the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is the weekly chart. Now, this bearish rising wedge that you see here, if we get a 5-month down period like this, these altcoins are going to see exponential gains. Don't be surprised if the party ends, because it will end and you need to be ready. Make sure you're following me so I can tell you when to get out. Now, for example, I was explaining in the last how to trade video that there were big bearish targets on the S&P 500 futures. And lo and behold, if you go back and watch those videos, we actually hit the bearish target, all right? We dropped a lot, over 30% to hit those targets. So it's time now to think about your altcoins, and you're gonna wanna sell those pumps when they come. Let me just give you an idea here of a recent trade alert, and I'm gonna give you a trade alert. So DOGE, when we're looking at Dogecoin, the first trade alert that I put out was at 10 cents, all right? When I put that trade alert out, basically Doge went on to make a move from 10 cents all the way up here, a 332% move up, all right? That's a huge move, all right? Now, I put out another trade alert in the FFA. By the way, if you're not in the FFA, get on the free email list. I'm gonna give you free trade alerts once a week and market reports, and you can get ahead of these moves. This was another FFA buy alert on Doge down here at 14 cents. We're up about 70% on that move, and we're currently holding above 22 cents. Now, this is a new trade alert. If you see Doge hold 22 cents, which is a support resistance flip, basically what it's going to do, it's going to go to 30 cents, and if it gets above 30, it's going to 40, and if it gets above 40, it's going to 53. Those are your levels, all right? Pause the video, take notes if you have to. Now, if we get a deeper pullback, I'll alert you, so don't worry. So Make sure you're following for these trade alerts and real-time analysis, but this is the big news that you need to pay attention to, and I'll be watching this chart and updating you. It's the Bitcoin dominance chart. So things are really heating up. Think back to that 2021 cycle. If you remember that summer, altcoins were making moves that were just blowing people away, okay? We haven't had a move like that ever since 2021. We're getting closer and closer. Thanks for watching. Hey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, click the link in the description. You can join the Financial Freedom Academy email list. We're going to give you free market updates every Wednesday, trading tips, and insider information you don't want to miss. Check it out.